Hey, what's up everyone? So I want to start this video by showing you something interesting. Look at this graph right here. This is Google Trends for Claude AI, specifically YouTube searches, from just this past week. You see that word right there? Breakout. That means searches exploded so fast that Google can't even measure the percentage increase. That's what happens when Anthropic drops something massive. And on April 16, 2026, they did exactly that. They released Claude Opus 4.7, their most powerful model ever available to the public. And in this video I'm going to break down every single new feature in plain English, like I'm explaining it to a friend. No tech jargon, no confusing stuff, just the real upgrades, what they mean for you, and how you can use them right now. Let's get into it. So first, what exactly is Claude Opus 4.7 and why should you care? Claude AI has different versions. Think of them like iPhone models. Haiku is the fast lightweight one. Sonnet is the balanced everyday model. And Opus is the most powerful, most capable version, the one companies use for serious work. Opus 4.7 is the newest and strongest version released April 16, 2026. It's available right now on Claude.ai, the API, Amazon Bedrock, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Foundry. The price stayed exactly the same as the previous version. On the API it's $5 per million input tokens. And if you're on Pro or Max plan, you get it included in your subscription. Here's a quick summary of what improved in Opus 4.7. Vision got 3 times sharper. Coding jumped massively on benchmarks. Long tasks now run on autopilot. Document work like Word and PowerPoint editing improved. And there are powerful new commands in Claude Code. Let's go through each one. Here's a quick summary of what improved in Opus 4.7. Vision got 3 times sharper. Coding jumped massively on benchmarks. Long tasks now run on autopilot. Document work like Word and PowerPoint editing improved. And there are powerful new commands in Claude Code. Let's go through each one. Okay, first feature, and the one that genuinely surprised me, is the vision upgrade. Claude has always been able to look at images, but the old version, Opus 4.6, could only handle images up to 1568 pixels maximum resolution. So when you'd upload a detailed chart or a document with small text, it would miss details. Opus 4.7 now supports images up to 2576 pixels. That's 3.75 megapixels. To put that simply, it's a 3x improvement in visual sharpness. It went from seeing like someone without glasses to seeing with perfect vision. Here are 3 real-world use cases this unlocks for you. Use case 1, financial analysis. You can upload a complex chart or financial report and Claude reads every number, every label, every axis perfectly now. Use case 2, design review. Upload a website screenshot and Claude can see exact pixel-level details, spot alignment issues, read tiny button text. Use case 3, document reading. Scanned PDFs, legal documents, medical reports with small text, Claude reads all of it accurately. Now let's talk coding, and even if you're not a developer, this matters for freelancers too. On the SWE bench, the standard test for real software engineering, Opus 4.7 jumped from 53.4% to 64.3%. That's the model going from decent junior developer to solid senior developer level. What this means in practice, you can now hand off much harder coding tasks and trust that Claude figures it out without needing you to watch every step. There are 2 powerful new commands. First is /ultrareview. You run it in Claude Code and it spins up a separate AI session that reviews all your code changes like a senior developer would. It flags bugs and design issues and takes 10 to 20 minutes to work through everything. Second is /ultraplan. You describe a big task, like migrating an auth system, and Claude creates a detailed implementation plan in your browser. You review it, add comments, and then execute it. There's also a new effort level called X-High, sitting between high and max, giving you finer control over how hard Claude works on a task. Claude Code now defaults to X-High for all plans. This next feature is the one I'm most excited about for everyday use, and it will save you hours every week. The problem with older AI models was this. You'd give Claude a big multi-step task and somewhere in the middle it would get confused, lose track, or stop and ask you a question every 5 minutes. Opus 4.7 is dramatically better at what's called long horizon tasks. It keeps going through complex multi-step work without losing the thread. It works better through ambiguity and follows instructions more precisely. There's also a new feature called task budgets in public beta. You give Claude a token budget for a task, like a time limit, and it prioritizes the most important work and finishes gracefully when it approaches that limit. No more runaway credit burning. 3 real-world examples. 1. Research tasks. Ask Claude to research 5 competing products and write a summary of each. It does the whole thing end-to-end now. 2. Document analysis. Upload a long contract and ask for a full summary with red flags. It holds information from page 1 all the way to page 50. 3. Content planning. Ask for a full month of social media content and it works through the entire thing systematically. Opus 4.7 made really impressive improvements to knowledge work, meaning writing, analyzing, and creating professional documents. And most reviewers haven't talked about this enough. Word document editing got significantly better. Claude can now produce track changes, the kind where you see exactly what was added or deleted. And it checks its own work before giving it back. If you work with clients who need Word docs with revisions, this is huge. For financial analysis, combined with the better vision, Claude can now look at any chart and do real analysis. Read axis labels, understand scale, identify trends, and give you a proper interpretation. It can even read the exact value of a bar in a chart when the numbers aren't labeled. That's genuinely impressive. Quick but really useful feature, especially if you're on the max plan, auto mode. Previously, when using Claude Code, you had to manually pick which model to use for every task. Haiku for quick stuff, Sonnet for regular tasks, Opus for the hard stuff. You had to think about it every time. Auto mode for max subscribers with Opus 4.7 automatically picks the right model for each task. Simple question, uses a lighter, faster model. Complex coding task, switches to Opus 4.7 automatically. You don't think about it, it just works. Also new, when you type effort in Claude Code without arguments, you get an interactive slider with arrow key navigation to set your effort level. Much easier than remembering exact commands. Alright, how do you actually get access to this? 3 options. Option 1. Claude.ai. Go to Claude.ai, sign in, click the model picker. You'll see Claude Opus 4.7 in the list. Available on Pro at $20 a month, Max, Team, and Enterprise plans. Option 2. GitHub Copilot. If you're a developer using GitHub Copilot, Opus 4.7 is available for Copilot Pro Plus, Business, and Enterprise. Open the model picker in Copilot and select it. Option 3. API and Cloud Platforms. For developers, Opus 4.7 is available on the Anthropic API, Amazon Bedrock, Google Cloud Vertex AI, and Microsoft Foundry using the model ID Claude Opus 4.7. Light bulb quick tip. If you don't see Opus 4.7 yet, give it a few hours. Anthropic rolled it out gradually. Alright, quick recap of everything we covered. Claude Opus 4.7 dropped April 16, 2026. Vision is now 3 times sharper at 3.75 megapixels. Coding jumped from 53% to 64% on benchmarks with new /commands ultrareview and ultraplan. Long tasks now run on autopilot with task budgets. Knowledge work like Word docs, PowerPoint, and chart analysis all improved. And auto mode on max plans picks the right model automatically. Look, most people don't even know Opus 4.7 exists right now. You just learned more about it than 99% of Claude users. Use that advantage, start experimenting with these features this week. If this video helped you, subscribe because I test new AI tools every week so you never have to spend hours researching, I do it for you. Drop a comment telling me which feature you're most excited about. I read every single one. See you in the next one.